How old were you when you got there?
18.
18. What were you a private then?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was a private, 18.
How long were you there for?
About a year.
About a
Oh,
year.
yeah, roughly a year, yeah.
Was it during the winter or during the summer?
It started off in like the fall,
Mhm.
and then the winter hit, and it's the coldest place ever in my life. It got 45 below zero.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't have a thermostat, but the tankers had one. They tell us that's 40 below and 45 below zero. And we couldn't build a fire because the North Koreans would drop a shell on it at night, you know. So then they shipped, took them about a week later, and then we got some real heavy coats we put on. And that really made a difference. It was still rough.
Yeah. Did you meet a lot of Koreans while you were over there? A lot of people who lived there?
Did I what?
Did you meet a lot of Korean people while you were there?
No.
No. What about when you went through the villages?
Yeah, I'd see them, but I didn't speak Korean. I couldn't talk to them much, you know.
Did you get soup from them?
Did what?
What about the lady who made you soup?
Soup?
Mhm.
No, one time we drove the North Koreans out of this one Korean village. And this women came out, and the old ladies made us some kind of meat and stuff. Tastes pretty good, you know. And I said, it's not bad. Kim, our two Korean men, that's why they spoke English too.
Mhm.
And I asked the lady, I says, what is it? It's not bad, too good. What is it? She said something in Korean. And I said, Kim, what did she say? He said, Sergeant, or say dog. I read that. They raise dogs for food, just like we do chickens.
Wow.
And then they kill them. I don't want no more dogs.
Did you take care of any little boys while you were there?
Take care of what?
Any Korean kids or children?
No, if we saw some hurting, we'd help them. And if we saw some of the Korean people wounded, our medics would treat them and so forth, you know. But I didn't get to see them. Most of the time when we were in the battle with the Korean civilians, they were hiding out somewhere else, you know. They'd already ran back. They're animals.
Yeah, I bet.
I guess you figure I don't like them, right?
Did they blend in well in the villages?
Mm-hmm.
Did they blend well into the villages?
I don't hear what you
Did the Korean people blend in well, in the villages? Was it hard to tell who was good and who was bad?
Yeah, it was. Sometimes, sometimes the Korean soldiers wouldn't have any uniform on, and they'd come rolling out. We didn't know if there's farmers or not, and then they'd whip out a gun. But we always had them, we covered them, so we shot them real quick, you know, before they could do anything.
What about someone who flipped a match on one of the roofs and caught it on fire?
What children?
Did they put a match on the roof so the roof would catch on fire to burn it down?
Put a mask?
No, a match, a fire.
Oh, a mask. Oh, yeah. They have fires to keep warm. You know,
Okay.
they make fires and stuff like that.
So did you ride on any of the tanks that went into North Korea?
Oh, yeah. When we were attacking North Korea, I was in the infantry. They put us, about 5 or 6 of us, on top of the tanks. You know, I never got in them, but they put us on there to get us there faster. You know, and then they'd speed up till we got. And when the North Koreans started firing at us, we dived off and hit the ditch. You know, and started fighting back. But those tanks were a big help because they could.
Yeah.
They got a machine gun and a big cannon on there, and it would knock out the Korean tanks. Korean tanks didn't have much chance against ours. We had more tanks than they did.
Right. What about, did you ever play draw? the game Draw with a friend when you pull a gun and you both pull a gun?
No, we didn't get into that at all.
No.
We pulled a gun, we shot it.
Were the British there? Did they help? Did you guys fight with them?
The British,
Mhm.
they came over, and yes, they were a big help to us. They were really good soldiers. I was surprised what they were. One day it was on the hill, and this after I made sergeant, and a British was leading his men up to join us, you know. His sergeant, whatever they called their man, you know. And I told him, I says, better watch us, be careful. I said, they've been hitting us around midnight. You know what he said? Let the bloody bastards come. We're going to kill them anyway. They were British, really good soldiers.
Wow, good.
I still remember the way he said it. Let the bloody bastards come. He said, we're going to kill them anyway. So he's like, they didn't retreat at all. They were really brave soldiers.
So did they come to like relieve you guys, or?
No, they just joined us.
They just joined
yeah, they
you?
Joined us. They fought along beside us. The
Okay.
same unit. I was glad they were on our side.
Yeah, I bet. What about, did it get a lot harder when the Chinese got involved?
Huh?
When the Chinese got involved?
Oh yeah, we had defeated North Korea, and we pushed all the way to the Manchurian border, which is China,
Mhm.
you know, and we were just a few miles from that, and then I thought, boy, it's all over, it's all over. Woke up, got up one morning, and it looked like there were like 1 million Chinese coming over. I don't know how many, there were thousands of them discharging at us, you know.
Wow.
What makes me so damn mad, we helped them in World War II, back Japan, we saved them. 5 years later, they're coming at us. But we sprayed them with machine guns and rifles, and then we dropped, you know what a mortar is, don't you?
Mhm.
Fires that big shell up. They were a couple hundred yards behind us, but we radioed them and they started dropping mortars. We stopped them for a while. But we were ordered to pull back because the unit down the road from us, they pulled out. They had to retreat, and we couldn't get surrounded, so they ordered us to pull back. Then.
Mhm.
And we kept on fighting, and we got back into South Korea. And just kept going, you know. So. I told you about the time Eisenhower.
Yeah, tell that story.
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, one time after we drove the Koreans out of the North Korean capital, we thought the war was over, you know. And then they said, my whole platoon, you know, I was a sergeant then, you know, and he said, the captain says, all right, let's go out in the rice field there. We got an important visitor coming. I thought, what is it, president or whatever, you know? And we were standing at attention, so there was no fighting going on right that day, you know. And helicopter landed. He had 2 or 3 jets just protecting him. I thought, God, it must be the president, you know. And I was standing like this, and he's going down from one to the other, and he gets to me, and he stopped. And he says, how old are you, Sergeant? I says, 18, sir. He broke out laughing. He says, keep it up, you'll have my job someday. It was Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't president. He was the Army general, 5-star general. He later became president. I didn't want his job. I wanted to get the hell out.
Well, that's pretty cool. So, did you get any medals while you were there?
Purple Hearts.
Mhm.
You don't get many medals on the front line because there's no big wheels to see what you do, you know, leading the van.
Mhm.
I got 2 Purple Hearts and Combat Infantry badge, which is mandatory, you know. My lieutenant, Lloyd Burke, he was a really brave guy. He was great. He led us in attacks, and finally they sent him back to regimental headquarters, giving him a break, you know. And the Chinese broke through and were attacking headquarters. And that little devil gets a machine gun and just sprays the heck out of them. And others were helping him. He did most of it, you know.
Mhm.
He got the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Wow.
That's the highest award ever. Lloyd Burke. It's funny, I can't remember what I did this morning, but I can remember the name of every one of my men in Korea from 60 years ago. Lloyd Leslie Burke. We went over to the, I may have told you this before. After we got back, and years later, they were having a Korean veterans meeting over around Arlington or somewhere, I forget what it was now. And some big building. And we go over there, and I'm all the way out in the middle, and the colonels and generals, he was a colonel then, he got promoted, you know, after all that shooting on the stage, you know. And here's like 30 or 40 of us sergeants and privates out on the stage. All of a sudden, that little devil jumps off the stage. He comes running after me. He grabs me by the arm. He says, "You're sitting with us." I said, we called him Scooter Burke because that was his nickname because you go to Scooter to college or something. I said, "I can't sit up there with you. I'm a sergeant. Yeah, it's just a sergeant. You're going with us. Come on." And he drove me up on the stage and he says, "This is my sergeant. He sits with us." He's a high-tempered little devil. There were some colonels and everything there. Everybody said a word back to him.
Wow.
He was brave.
So how did you get wounded? Where did you get hurt?
One time we were attacked in the hill, going through a valley road, and the North Korean threw a hand grenade out, and exploded, and pieces of it hit here. Luckily, it's only, must have been the size of a BB. It's still there. It must have been the size of a BB or something, because I can feel it, but it doesn't really hurt enough, you know. They said they'd take it out if I wanted. I said, no, as long as it doesn't hurt, I don't want you cutting in there again, you know. And another time, we were fighting the North Koreans, and they started firing artillery shells at us. Mortar shells. You know what they are? They come down, they hit, and then explode, you know. One of them hit not too far from, I think, where I was at, and I got a little piece that hit me in the head there. That's why I'm dumb. My brains are damaged, see.
That explains a lot, huh?
That's good excuse for being dumb.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I got the Purple Heart for that. That's how I got my 2 Purple Hearts.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Scooter Burke, he got the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's the highest award ever. He's the one that drug me up on the stage, you know. The other colonels were up there. "This is my sergeant. He serves with us." No, they didn't argue with him a bit. They're all afraid of him, I think. Yeah, high-tempered little devil. That was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
When in Arlington, I forget where it was at, over in Arlington or somewhere on it. Washington.
So did you lose a lot of your men while you were sergeant?
Did I what?
Did you lose a lot of your men while you were sergeant?
Did I?
Like a lot of the men who were under you, did a lot of them make it back?
Yeah, I had like 12 men in my squad. I was a squad leader, a sergeant. And yeah, I'd live in attacks, you know. And a lot of times I lose. I had 2 or 3 Korean men, and then about 10 or 12 Americans. And I'd lead them. We'd all charge up a hill together, you know. I told you about the Korean woman feeding us, didn't I?
The dog.
Yeah. She was thanking us a lot.
Well, that's nice. What about the time where you guys went up the hill? Was the ground really hilly there, or was it flat?
No, we were always charging up the hills. They have a level place, but they had a lot of hills. And most of the time, the enemy would be on top of the hill. So we had to charge across that open area. But fortunately, before we did it, we had mortar shells drop on it, and we sprayed it with machine guns. Every company has machine guns. Come in.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
How are you?
Where's Dennis?
He's right here. We're making a little video with him. We're recording him telling some stories.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing there?
Pretty good. Got my girlfriends here.
Yeah, I see that. You been a chance to be missing a blue shirt?
Missing the blue shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have. I have a blue shirt. What does it look like?
Just plain blue.
You wanna look at it and see if it's
Let me
yours?
look at it. Someone see if you can help me.
Okay.
I had a couple blue shirts. Pictures of us?
Yep.
Doing an interview.
Can you scoot a little to the
She
left?
probably sell
To-
those.
or right, or actually back, just so I can
She could sell those to Hollywood. 'Cause-
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
movie
Put
stars.
them in a magazine.
Alright.
We're handsome.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Pop Pop. Oh, you don't.
Okay.
We don't. We don't have to smile.
Well, I'm trying to get a good picture.
You can
Okay.
pose. You can pose for the video.
Okay, all right.
You don't need to.
I
Though.
don't
You'll
know how
look
you- I don't know how you
handsome.
do that. I think takes pictures of.
All right. So you want to talk about when you were manning the foxhole with Johnson? You want to tell us a little bit about that?
When
In
I was
Korea, when you were in the foxhole.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about that? Just what
Well,
you
yeah,
remember from that?
We stayed in foxholes most of the time if we had a chance to dig one. Because see, that way you could keep down, dodge the bullets, you know.
It's kind of a shelter from. It's kind of a shelter from getting shot at. The foxholes were.
Yeah, you get dig down deep, and then the bullet, they couldn't shoot you good, you know, but then we'd raise up, and if we saw them, then we sprayed them, you know, shot them, killed a bunch of them.
So who were you in the foxhole with?
Oh, different
Usually.
guys every time, you know. I was goofy. I was 18, and I was being a smart aleck, and so doing some attacks, I was good to get ahead and charge ahead of the other guys, you know, trying to be
Trying to be the hero.
dumb. That's when I was telling Stephen about this when I was, and I had a sergeant, a platoon sergeant then, the master sergeant was Condon. His name was Sergeant Condon.
Okay.
He was like a father to us. Well, he'd come out and he'd make sure rifles we were awake at night. He'd check our rifles and everything, you know. He just like we called him Pop Condon, you know.
Mhm.
And he just really was a great guy. And he one day we were attacked in the hill, and he was leading us up, you know, and then he caught a bullet, he got killed, you know, got killed. Yeah. Stephen always asked me where I got his name from, and I was telling him, I says, yeah, Pop Condon was like my father over there, you know. He said, yeah, I says, his name was Sergeant Stephen Condon.
Oh wow. So you named Uncle Steve after him?
Yeah, Sergeant Stephen Condon. He was
That's
one of the
great.
bravest men I ever had there.
And he would just kind of look out for you all.
Mhm.
He would look out for you. Make
He looked
sure.
out and he led us, and
He was a good guy.
a lot of the big wheels, they stayed behind him. He charged up right ahead of us, or
He was
right,
brave. He was pretty brave.
right with
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
or ahead of us sometimes. He was one of the great guys.
I never knew that that's where you got Uncle Steve's name.
Yeah. Scooter Burke, his name was Lloyd Burke. They called him Scooter because I think he rode a scooter in college or in.
That's where they got the nickname.
Yeah, didn't get it over there. We didn't have any scooters. He was a real brave one. He would lead us in the attacks. Most lieutenants would stay back, you know. He'd stay right up ahead of us. And high-tempered little devil. He'd just go kill those bosses. Come on, go get And then one day, after so many months on the front lines, he got transferred back to battalion headquarters. Got a break, you know. And then one day the North Koreans broke through, and he charged into it. Where the company was, the battalion headquarters was. That little devil grabs a machine gun and just sprays the heck of him. Done almost all of it by himself.
Wow.
He got the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Wow.
for that.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. He's the one that jumped off the stage and.
Right, that came to get you and wanted you to feel.
You're my sergeant. He sits with us.
He seems like a good
They
guy.
were all afraid of him. He was a colonel then.
Mm.
He got the Congressional Medal of Honor for that battle.
Wow, that's a pretty high award.
That's
The
highest.
highest.
There's nothing higher than Congressional Medal of Honor.
Wow, and he did that all by himself.
At that time, yeah, he was leading. I wasn't with him right then because I was up on another line. he got a break. The battalion headquarters and the Chinese or North Koreans broke through, and he grabbed a machine gun and just didn't do it all by himself, but he literally
A
stopped
lot
them.
of it.
He sprayed the heck out of them.
Wow.
Congressional Medal of Honor is the highest you can get.
Did the Koreans ever dress up to like disguise themselves?
Well, they all didn't. They have on different clothes, but they would. Sometimes they would try to come through acting like South Koreans.
How would they do that? They
I
would
don't
just
know, they
wear
just-
different uniforms or something?
No, yeah, they'd work maybe country clothes and stuff like that. But the Korean men in my squad, I always had 3 or 4 of them in my squad.
Mhm.
They picked them up real
The
quick.
South Koreans.
Yeah, South
They
Koreans.
could tell that they weren't.
Yeah, they were Sergeant, he's no good, he's something like that, you know.
But you like the South Koreans, right?
Oh yeah, they were on our side,
Yeah.
yeah, they were good. I got so dang mad at those Chinese though. 5 years before that, we helped China
Mhm.
save them from Japan.
Right.
And 5 years later, they're attacking us.
They turned on you, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They're coming to us.
Because you all were about to win the war, right? And then the Chinese helped them, didn't they?
Yeah,
Is that what happened?
Chinese came over and helped they helped the North Koreans, yeah.
Mhm.
They were communists too. So
Yeah.
they were the same as the North Koreans. One time I wasn't right there when it happened, but they had captured some Chinese, and one of the Chinese soldiers, one of the American soldiers, recognized him from World War II. I wasn't there, but I heard that. Someone told me about that. That was only, 1945, 5 or 6 years earlier.
Right.
We helped them all, saved them from Japan, and then they come get us. Sure
Yeah.
attacked us, you know.
Yeah.
Don't marry no Chinese either. No Chinese and no Koreans. I'd have to kill him, and I don't want to kill him here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about after the war. Later on, once you and Nanny got married and you started having all those kids.
Yeah.
Do you remember some funny stories that some of your idiot sons, what they did?
Yeah, they were pretty good, yeah. I told you about meeting Eileen, didn't I? All that,
Yeah. You covered all that, Sarah?
yeah, at the park, Carlin's Park and so forth, yeah.
And she was sassy to you. She had attitude.
Where are you going, girls? She
You
said.
liked that about her, though, her attitude, didn't
Yeah. I said, where are you going, girls? And Smarty says, follow us and find out. I followed her for 60
you?
years.
You did. You did. Well, do you remember the time with Uncle Kenny and the buzz cut? What happened then?
Uncle Kenny?
Kenny, your son Kenny. What happened with the buzz cut? Do you remember? I think you were asleep
What was it?
He cut your hair?
with the
Oh, the
razor.
haircut. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought I didn't understand what you were saying. Yeah, I was really tired. I worked like a dog all day. And I lay down, went to sleep, and later on I woke up. I started hearing something clipping through, and I looked up. I thought they would have cut my hair to mess. It looked terrible. I didn't spank him. I should have.
Did you get in trouble at all?
No.
Were you the nicer one? Did Nanny punish all them usually, or were you nicer?
What?
Did Nanny usually be the one that was gonna punish everyone, and you were nicer?
She never hit him.
She didn't.
She just yelled at him. She had a loud voice,
She's
No.
a little scary when she
The
wanted
kids-
to be.
Kids would do something, and she'd yell at me, "You should have spanked him. You should have spanked him." I said, I don't think I ever spanked a kid. I just didn't want. I didn't. It makes sense to me to hit one of your own kids.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What about when you were working as a milkman? How's that?
I went to work as a milkman. That's when I first got out of the army. Well, I didn't have any other jobs, and we just.
How old were you?
I guess I was in my early 20s,
Early
25 or
And you were
something.
married at that point?
Yeah, we were married I was married before when I came to Baltimore, obviously.
Right.
I was married, yeah. I told you about beating Granny and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah, I was delivering milk, and hard job too.
What was hard about it?
Everybody, these old gals, they wanted their milk before breakfast. I don't know why. Why couldn't you buy it the day before?
Yeah.
And I'd get there sometimes at 8:30 Mr. Robinson, you're late. I remember one day we had 2 feet of snow. And I'm flying through the old milk truck, doing my best to get through, you know. This one old gal, she was particularly nasty, you know. She said, Mr. Robinson, you're late today. I says, look, there are 2 feet of snow, and she's wondering why I'm late. That was a miserable job. I got my real estate license. I don't know how I started. Some of my relatives, I think, sold real estate. I don't know. I almost got that. And I'll give my cards out to most of the customers. And then sometimes one of the ladies would leave me a note. When I step back, my son's looking for a house or my daughter's looking for a house. And I go out and make a sale sometimes, you know. And then sometimes they'd say they want to sell their house. And I'd put my sign up and Harold W. Huff Realty. It was Harold, I still remember him, Harold Huff. And then I when I had my real estate license, I'd give them all their, they let me sell the kids, sell their house or stuff like that. You know?
Right.
Then one time, old Harold Huff, he said, Rob, why don't you get a job appraising houses? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, all the banks got to have appraisers when they make a loan. I said, I don't have any college. They're not going to hire me. He said, well, call some of the banks anyway, he said. So I go to the phone book, and the first one's American National Bank. And I still remember him, Glenn Lohman. He said, well, come in, I'll talk to you, Robinson. And I went down, and he interviewed me for like an hour, I think, and I went home, and Eileen said, how'd you make out? I says, I don't think he's going to hire a goofy milkman
A goofy milkman.
to work in the bank. And 3 days later, the phone rang, and Robinson, this is Glenn Lohman from American National Bank. I said, yes, sir. He says, when can you start?
Wow.
I said, about 15 minutes. I gave a notice from
being a milkman.
Got out of that, you know. I was talking to his wife this last year. I saw an article in the paper where he died, and they lived over in Howard County, you know, in Maryland. And I called his wife and then told her I was sorry to hear about it. You know, he lost him. He was, well, he would have been, 80, he would have been close to 90. I guess when
He was a nice guy, though, helped you out to get that job.
Yeah, he was
You think
really
he just
nice.
hired you because he liked you?
Yeah, really nice guy. Now, Eisenhower, I told you about that, Eisenhower.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you were working, back when you were working as a milkman, did you bring your kids with you sometimes?
Not very often. I really couldn't. Well, sometimes I did when they got older, like 16 or 17.
They would help you out a little bit?
Yeah, it helped me for a while. But they all went to school, so I could only use them on a weekend or holidays, you know.
So they all went to school. Did Uncle Richard go to school all the time?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he sometimes skip school, you think?
I'm sure he did. He was a sneaky little devil.
Do you remember ever thinking about maybe beating your kids with a belt? Would you maybe tell them you were going to do that sometimes?
Oh yeah, I never did like to spank a kid. I just called him over. One of them, I forget, Kenny or somebody did something bad one time, and Granny says, "You beat his butt. You got to give him spanking." I said, "Okay, I'll get him. Go ahead." And she went down the next room, you know, and I went over to Kenny and I says, "Now you start crying." And I slapped that sofa about 3 times, and he started screaming in pain. You know what she did?
He did. He pretended like.
Yeah, he's trying. Oh, no. Granny comes in the room. Then she didn't have to hit him so hard. Well, you want me to beat his butt, so I beat him. I don't like to spank kids. I think we're around.
Yeah. What about, were Richard and Gary competitive growing up?
Somewhat.
Were Richard and Gary competitive when you were growing up?
Richard and Gary?
Yeah.
No, they got along pretty good, I think.
They did?
Yeah.
Did all of them get along pretty well?
Yeah, I don't have any trouble with each other. They seem to get along pretty good.
What about Debbie? Were they pretty protective of her?
Oh, yeah.
What about you? I think I heard a story one time where someone came to the door for Debbie asking for her. trying to take her out, and you told him that she wasn't home or something.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I didn't like the guy.
You just told him to leave. Didn't she get pretty mad about that? She wasn't too happy with you.
Yeah, John, the guy she married, he says he came to pick her up and he saw me and his 5 boys staring at him. He says, I just want to get the hell out of here. John would never, he was a nice guy. John's a nice guy. He would never hit anybody.
No, he is a nice guy. What about, do you remember Mickey and Richard ever getting in a fight?
Mickey and who?
And Richard?
Yeah, once in a while they would, yeah.
Yeah.
Richard was talking a few months ago about something he was fighting with, and Mickey and he attacked him, and Mickey knocked him out through the door, knocked him down.
Wow.
Mickey was bigger
Yeah.
than any of them.
Yeah. Being the oldest.
He was the oldest one.
Yeah. Do anything else there?
Steve always said, yeah, she said, when I was number 7, says, you finally got the one you wanted, so you didn't need any more, he said.
So you just stopped trying?
Yeah, he said, you don't need more now. After that. I don't know how we did it with 7 kids.
I don't know how either.
Did you have a lot of ice cream when they were little?
Ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. When I was little, Mother used to make it. Do you ever see them make it? This big tank-like thing, and they put ice around it, and then you turn it slowly. And you should make like 4 or 5 gallons of it in one bite. Oh, boy. I'd dig into that.
So when you had kids and they were growing up, did you get ice cream for them? Did you keep the fridge stocked or the freezer?
I'd get ice cream every time I can, you know. We didn't, finally, first we had a small freezer, and later we got a deep freezer. And they still laughing at me, but in one store, I like to catch that stuff on sale, you know. So I got this one grocery store, and they had, I think it was Breyers or something, ice cream on sale, a good price off, you know. I thought, boy, that's all right. I got my basket. I put 25 of them in them.
25? Did they think you were crazy when you went to go check out?
And I'm pushing up, and all the other women come, look at him, what he's got.
They thought you were having an ice cream party?
Oh, we kept that lasted us a month or 2.
Just a month or 2?
I don't know.
25 things?
Couple months, yeah. Well, we'd eat half a gallon every day.
Yeah, I guess
all those
people.
kids, yeah, all those kids.
Yeah.
I always liked ice cream, though.
Yeah, your favorite flavor is strawberry, is that right? What's your favorite flavor? Vanilla?
Butter almond.
Oh, you like the butter almond?
Pecan, butter almond. That was my favorite. Strawberry, I liked all of it.
Yeah.
I don't like chocolate much.
Yeah, I know.
I never did get into chocolate. Granny liked chocolate, though. We had a little difference there.
Yeah. It's what kept you unique.
Yeah.
Anything else about your kids? They do anything crazy ever?
Do anything crazy?
Yeah, when they were
I'm
growing
sure
up.
they did, yeah.
Can you think of anything in particular that was funny?
They what?
Can you think of anything particular? What about Clifford? Did he do anything weird growing up?
One time, I'm trying to think what this was now. Oh, I think one of them stole a watermelon from, Clifford did it from the next door neighbor, you know. And I yelled at him, and he said, oh, I didn't do it. He said, I saw Kenny do it. Richard was a lawyer when he was 10. He tried, and then and finally one of the other boys said, no, Dad, Clifford did it. Clifford did it.
He got told on.
Yeah, I finally got him. Yeah, he was a lawyer when he was 10.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Something.
Yeah. I don't know how you did it, Pop.
Ooh, it all turned out pretty good, didn't it?
Yep.
None of them in prison.
No.
Couple of them should have been, but they didn't get caught.
Were you excited when you had your first grandkid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was real break. I was really glad to see grandkids coming in. We always like to go and take care of them or visit them, you know. And Granny was especially, she really was impressed with grandkids.
Yeah. Got a lot of them. And now you have great grandkids too.
25 grandkids.
Yeah.
And I think there's 11 great.
Is that right?
11 or 13. I don't know.
25 and 11, isn't it?
They keep churning them out.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep
That
count.
number's changing. So.
That's what I always heard, 25 and 11.
Yeah.
Boy, I increased the population, didn't
You
I?
did, significantly. More so than most people do.
Luckily, all of them turned out good, you know. All
Yeah.
the kids, none,
You did.
none of them in prison.
They're all pretty successful. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa, say bye to this camera.
Huh?
Say bye.
Just
What?
wave goodbye
Oh, you
to the
leaving?
video camera.
What?
No, it's already ended.
What is it?
It just ran out of time on that one.
Oh. I like to watch those geese out there when they come up.
Yeah.
One day there was 7 of them out there. That's just several months ago.
7?
Hmm.
Wow.
They come up close and somebody must have been throwing food at them, feeding
Right
them.
by your window.
Yeah. I never think, I couldn't, I had to get the window open anyway, but somebody threw it there.
Mhm.
They keep coming back and then they take off and leave. And they're lucky creatures. They can run, swim, and fly. Now,
Yeah.
what else? Who
What
can do
else?
that?
Yeah. They are.
I can run and swim, but I can't fly.
Only if you have an airplane. I think I got everything, Sarah.
Alright, say bye to this camera now.
Hmm?
Just wave bye. Alright. That's a wrap.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice camera, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. My mom's.